All right, guys, so today we're going to be making a holiday card using one of our texture photos. Now, you're welcome to take some more texture photos if you'd like to. Just be sure that you keep them in black and white. So I'm ready to get started. I have a couple texture photos left over from our lesson. The first thing I'm going to do is add a texture photo to my first layer. Don't forget, along your top toolbar, you have an image icon with a little plus. This is how we add images to our canvas. So I'm going to click there. It's going to pull up my camera roll, and I can go ahead and select my image. Don't forget that you can rotate, resize, and find the best way to hold your particular photo on your canvas. So I'm going to rotate mine this way, that, and I can choose to skew it a little bit. I think I want to pull that a little bit more so all we see is texture. But you have a lot of tools that you could play around with, making sure that your background fits your canvas perfectly. Once you're all done sizing and rearranging, click the Done button. Then you want to add some sort of words since this is a holiday e-card. And to do that, you'll find a T for a text tool on your top toolbar. When you go ahead and click that T, the first thing that pops up is your text box. Whatever you would like to write should go right in here in this box. So since mine is a sweater, I'm going to go with the holiday message of warmest wishes. Seems to go along with the photo. Once I'm done typing it in, I can just click in the gray area and that'll make that box disappear. Then I can spend some time resizing and placing my words. Once you have them about where you want them, you'll probably want to choose a font. The large A and small a are to signify your choices of fonts, and there's a ton of them that you can choose from. So pick any one you would like to. Right next to your fonts are your font colors, and again, you can choose any font color that you would like. Just be sure to adjust it to a good hue, a good saturation, and a good value, that it'll still be visible on your background. Once you're done adding your words, I'm going to show you a really cool way to give them a double color. I did copy this off of you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and click that text box again, and I'm going to put in the exact same message. Now, this time, when I resize it, I'm going to try to match it up perfectly on top of the other message, but I'm going to change its color. This is going to give you that really cool shadowy effect. So you're welcome to try that if you would like to. I'm going to go ahead and make that top color a little darker. Now it really pops. So I'm going to click Done. You may choose even to add something like your name. Notice that every time I want to add something in a different font, I want to go ahead and hit that text box on its own. So if you're adding 3 or 4 different messages, you may have to open that text box 3 or 4 different times. Now, when we're adding multiple fonts, you want to be sure that you have a lot of contrast in the fonts that you're choosing. So I'm going to be sure when I'm choosing a font for the Beisels that I'm not choosing one that looks like cursive. That's not my best choice because there's not enough contrast between Warmest Wishes and Beisel. So I'm actually looking for one that has serifs on it, and Times New Roman is always a good choice. Now I can also see that a lot better, so I'm going to choose its color. Oh, I really can't see that one. Let me go ahead and try to get back to that beautiful gold that I had. There we go. So now I'm going to click Done, and now I'm going to add some more details using some of the brushes that I have in my palette here. So I'm going to start a new layer. That way I can erase anything without altering all the words that I've added. And I'm going to pull up my brush library. This is where we have some of those really fun shape brushes, and they can be used to create things like light or snow or anything of that nature. So I've pulled out that shape brush, and I'm going to pick a color for it, and at first I want it just to look like some snow. Don't forget to resize your brushes before you use them, and also think about the opacity. And I'm actually going to make this really light and kind of see-through. This is going to kind of give me the effect that there's maybe some snow or some light coming in here onto this. And then really to make that stand out and to repeat that idea of the shadow, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing. I might decide to change their size just a little bit, but I'm going to keep them a little bit see-through. That way we have a little bit of differences. And voila, in about 5 minutes, you can take a texture photo that you already have and turn it into a holiday card personalized just for you.